You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, how we doing? Welcome to Miscast Commentary, the Coming Attractions episode. This is Joe Finley, and I am by myself today. And there's a bit of a story behind it, one that I made up and one that's true. Okay, the true one we'll get to later because that's more fun that way. Got a little story for you. We've already announced the movie that we're going to be doing next week over the course of the last 2 episodes, that we're going to be doing Super Mario Brothers. Todd and I recorded the episode several weeks ago in anticipation that he may need to get a boat and he'll be going back to the sea for a little while. And, well, let's say something went wrong. I don't know what happened, but there was a real problem with the audio recording, and when I went to try and fix it, it disappeared. I'm no engineer. I don't have an engineer. This is just a little home studio, and something happened with the software and all that, and it disappeared. I don't know what to tell you, but we keep our promises, sort of, here. I told Todd what happened, and he caught a boat. He disappeared. I told him we had to re-record the Super Mario Brothers episode for our listeners, and he is gone. That's the fake story. The true story is I told him we had to re-record the Super Mario Brothers. He's like, all right. And he was kind of happy with it, too, because he was like, I don't know that our energy was there and all that kind of stuff. So he's like, all right, we're going to re-record this. Then he caught a boat. So these are the breaks. So now I'm by myself. What do I do, right? Well, I have a special guest lined up, and you're going to hear from her next week. We're going to hear from my wife again. Carrie Findlay is going to rejoin us. Usually she does this around Christmas time, but she knows when I'm desperate, and that's when she gives me what I need. And this time, she's going to kill me if she hears this. But she is going to be here for us, and she's going to join us, but she had only one caveat to when she said she would do this. She goes, I never saw the Super Mario Brothers. So, this is our challenge. I am going to basically re-say all the things I said the first time, and we're going to be witnessing this through the eyes of Carrie, who has never seen this movie, and oh my god, I can't wait to show it to her. She knows Super Mario Brothers. She knows video games. She's not like a super gamer or anything like that, but she's played. And I'm really looking forward to seeing her reactions to certain things in this movie, such as John Leguizamo, such as what Goombas are, such as what qualifies for Koopa. You know, all these. Oh, Jesus, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. It's quite a time in our lives. So we're going to get Carrie Findlay joining me next week. You're going to hear a lot of Todd episodes after that. We have recorded basically through the summer already as far as our actual episodes. You're probably going to hear just from me for a lot of the Coming Attractions episodes. And that's okay too, right? I often talk in a room by myself when nobody's around to listen. So, you know, right? Okay, so let's have a listen to the trailer for Super Mario Brothers.
Where are we? I got a feeling we're not in Brooklyn no more.
They're brothers. They're plumbers.
Oh no! Mario! Luigi!
They're on the trail of a kidnapped princess and a mystical meteorite.
It's incredible!
That gives anyone who possesses it the power to rule the universe.
Get me the rock! Come and get it, lizard breath!
Now, they must rescue the princess.
Alien species escaping.
And make it safely back.
Later, alligator.
To our world.
Are you alright?
Before time runs out.
Shoot him! Get him! Yes!
No, stop!
Gotcha!
Mario Brothers. This ain't no game.
Wow, that was a visual trailer for a podcast. So if you like songs like I've Got the Power and occasionally hearing John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper, and Bob Hoskins yell things, then that is the trailer for you to listen to. I'm not going to keep you very long, but I wanted to tell a quick story. We went to Canada's Wonderland in Toronto, Vaughan specifically, but Toronto, and my age finally showed. I think the last few years we've gone to Canada's Wonderland, we've always brought the kids, so you spend a lot of the time with the kids at the kids' rides, going on some of them with them and all that, and you can go open to close, no problem. You have that same energy you had when you were a teenager. But this time we went without the kids, and we had, so right on the big roller coasters right off the bat, go on Leviathan, you go on Behemoth, we hit a bunch of things. Midday we hit some of the water rides to cool off, which I recommend. I also don't wear jeans, don't wear jean shorts, don't wear jean anything if you're going to go on water rides, okay? I was there with my sister, she wore that, and she paid for it, and I was wearing this light, not quite khaki, it's a golf short, but it was, I don't know, I looked fucking great in it, so don't worry about it. But it dried so fast, but it evaporated in such a way that it kept me nice and cool. It was like wearing an air conditioner on my balls for a little while, and you're welcome. But by the end of the day, and I don't mean like closing time, I mean supper time, we're all sitting there and looking at each other, and we're like, I don't think I can do this anymore. It was such a revelation that the G-forces of these huge rides, had we gone on like not the most intense roller coasters and just the regular ones, it probably would have been fine. But we just went on those ones and they just beat the shit out of you. And I've never been a huge ride guy. We've talked about it in the past. I am the king of puking. And I get killer vertigo on these rides. Like, I can't go on the bat. There's lots of rides, and I know not everybody knows Canada's Wonderland, but you could look it up. You can see what it looks like. And it's one of those ones that goes up, spins around a bunch of times, then the loop goes up, and then goes backwards and does it. And it just shakes my brain to, like, Rob Gronkowski levels. And it makes me very sick. But I got through that. That wasn't a problem. But we were just all so beat up, and I was like, oh my God. And it's the kind of time where you say you miss your kids, not just because you miss your kids, you do, but because it's like, oh my God, they would be my way out right now. We could go on the little teeny tiny kid roller coasters and the spinning around airplanes and all these different things and have a break. But it's something. Aging is a terrible thing. Let's talk about mortality for a little while. We're all dying, right? Slowly. Nanobots aren't going to make it in time for you. They're going to make it in time, like, the day after you die. You know who I'm talking about. You. The day you go, they're going to say, hey, nanobots are here, and now everybody can live as long as they want to live. And then you're going to be like, damn it, nano ghost, or whatever. I don't know. See, these are the philosophical questions I can't answer, and I definitely can't answer them without Todd, but it's really neither here nor there for this episode. Just wanted to let you know, we do have, like I said, we have a very exciting summer ahead of us of episodes coming. Like I said, Todd will be missing from a couple of the Coming Attractions episodes, but he will be here shortly. He's only gone a few weeks this time. He will likely catch another boat, but again, we'll be well ahead in the commentary, so you're not going to miss out on any of that. Well, I think we're through September right now, so we've got a really good lineup of movies coming up, and I think you're going to really enjoy them. Also, we've got in August, to celebrate our second anniversary of the show, we've got another best of episode and another outtakes episode to celebrate the year. And I know we talk a lot about, okay, we're a one-take show, and that's true when we're doing the commentaries, but when we do the pre-bit before the commentary or stuff after the commentary or our Coming Attractions episodes, we've got plenty of time to screw up. The rest of the time, you just have to live our screw-ups with us. And sorry, not sorry, I think, for that, right? Because, I don't know, I think it's fun. But we try and keep the rest of the shit tight for you. That's why our mini episodes are at least 45 minutes when it's the two of us. Luckily, you're going to be sitting around 12, 13 minutes today. I don't really know. I'm going to just keep talking and see how it goes. But yeah, you're going to have all of that. So we're going to have a really nice best of. It's a good way to introduce people to us in general, just to hear kind of our sensibility and stuff like that. I know that it doesn't give you a commentary because we're jumping all over the place in those best of episodes and things like that, but at the very least, it introduces people to us. So if ever you're recommending episodes to a friend or something like that, that's a good place to start. You know, I always like the Star Wars, the Lord of the Rings, things like that, but there's lots of ones out there. I'd love to hear from people what your favorite episode of Miscast Commentary is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch a Twitter poll and see what people like out there. So find us at Miscast Podcast and find our poll and vote for your favorite episodes. I'm just going to put a few options up there, and if there's an other, then you can comment or do whatever, and I'd really love to hear from you guys. So please jump in, and also lets us know what kind of movies people are enjoying more than others. And it's like, Jesus, you know, if I hear another, you know, Stallone episode, I'm going to jump out a window. Or, Jesus, if I hear another episode of some god-awful movie I've never heard of, I'm going to jump out a window. Or just, if you are going to jump out a window, live on the first floor, okay? And have the window open. I don't want any shards involved in our podcast, you know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, so check out Twitter. Find our poll. We would love to hear from you guys. Comments, all that good stuff. I think that's it for this episode. Don't want to take up too much of your time if it's not going to be me and Todd taking up too much of our own time as well. So we want to just remind you again, Super Mario Brothers next week. Carrie Finley's going to be joining me, my wife and occasional sexual partner. And I don't know why I say that sort of thing, because she will hear this. I don't know, she claims she listens occasionally, so we'll see. But the backlash is not worth my inability to control myself. And the worst part is I have the ability to edit this, and I won't because, you know, I like to watch the world burn. So while I meet my potential demise, I hope to see you guys next week. Tune in. Thank you, everybody. Just one more time to thank you to BJ Mendelson. He was involved in our last 3 episodes. Well, our last 2 episodes and then our bonus, which was his interview. Make sure you check out his books, Social Media is Bullshit, and Privacy and How We Get It Back, and check out Vengeance Nevada. Check out his website, bjmendelson.com. He's got tons of things going on there. You can see things he's developing. You can see appearances he's making, all that sort of stuff. And definitely support him. He was a great guy. He was a lot of fun to hang out with. And yeah, he's definitely a worthy guy to look into. So I say that, and then I say goodbye for this week. I don't know, that sounded very NPR to me, but it's, I don't know, I've got the bass on this weird or something like that, but I don't know, I sound handsome. I don't look it, but I sound it. So good night. On that note, good night, good day. I don't know what time you're listening to this, but just have a good, whatever your current time of day is. Have a good afternoon. Have good brunch. Have good, is this your time of prayer? Are you facing Mecca? I don't know. I'm not really getting into this. You really shouldn't be. If you're doing that sort of thing, I don't think you should be listening to this right now, to be honest. I don't know what all the rules are, but I feel like Miscast Commentary is not in those rules. So take a break, press pause, okay, on your Zune or whatever you've got, right? You might have an iPod Shuffle. Todd has an iPod Shuffle, one of those teeny tiny ass little ones. So that's where we're at, you know? They all play MP3s. They all play Miscast Commentary. So enjoy that, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.